Seems a bit easy in here, doesn't it, with the light? Let me just move that. Oh, I gotta move down a smidge, have I? There we go, right. I hope everyone can see. Let me just wipe this camera lens. Maybe that's what it is. That's a little bit better, isn't it? There we go. Right, welcome back to my channel. All we're going to be doing in this video, I have bought, right, I'll just grab it now. Well, in fact, on today's live, we're actually going to be doing a couple of lives today. I got a bit of planing to do. There's a couple of things to plane. I got a beautiful piece of wood I'd like to show you. We need to plane that as well. I got some ideas I want to do with that. But in this video, I bought this. Right, I'll just pop it there. Now you know me, I normally buy all the fancy gear, including Festool and whatnot. I don't know, I've gone a little bit quiet by there. Let me just sort this out first before we start. We'll just wait for people to come on the live before we actually start. Alright, right, for those of you who's just jumping on ya, alright, this Titan make is from Screwfix, right? Now, a load of you have been commenting on my videos telling me I need to buy a bandsaw. Now, I know you're correct. So I've decided to go with this cheap model from Screwfix, alright? It's only a tabletop bandsaw. I don't know how big it is and how much space it's going to take up, but we're just going to put it together quick. We'll see what it will do. Let's have a look. What's the cut on this, if I remember right? It goes up to 80 mil. It's not going to be able to do anything massive. We've got maximum of 230 wide on there. It says it can connect up to a dust extractor, but I don't know if it'll manage Festool or not. But like I said, this is just a cheap tabletop bandsaw from Screwfix. It's got a 2-year warranty on it. I'll just knock it together and see what it's like. I didn't want to invest in big spit it out. I didn't want to invest in big equipment because I know I haven't got the space for it in here. But I think this will be great for my projects. It's not going to be used daily. So yeah, we'll just open it up and have a look now. I just thought I'd do a little live on it for you. We got some other stuff we're going to be doing today on live. So let's just open it up and see what it's like. Right. I'll just pop that paperwork by there. So let's have a look. I'm not really excited about this, I'm not going to lie. This is just a cheap tool. It was £150. I don't know if those of you in the UK are on ya. But in the UK, alright, at the moment, Screwfix are doing some sort of deal. So the amount of money you spend, random guy on the internet, yo, how are you? So anyway, in Screwfix right now, I don't know if a lot of you are using Screwfix. Obviously, when you buy something, you collect coins at the moment, and they're doing a really good deal. So once you spend a couple of £100, you get £5 off 50 quid, I think it was. Once you spend £100, you get £10 off. And once you spend, I think it was another few hundred quid. Once you spend about £500 in Screwfix, if I remember right, you get 50 quid off, which I've got that coupon now saved in my phone. But anyway, I bought this bandsaw, it was 150 quid. Once you spend 150 in Screwfix, I think it was 25 quid off. So only paid about 120 quid for that in the end anyway. Right, let's have a look. Are you from England? No, I am not, Paul. I am from Wales in the UK. I'm trying to get rid of this light. There's a glare of light there. Can you see it? It's up there, so I'm trying to get rid of that. Once you go live, I can't get rid of it, see? Right, anyway, let's jump back on the video, what we were doing. Like I said, it's a cheap tabletop bandsaw, 350 watt. I don't know what it's going to be like cutting hardwood and whatnot. It might be going straight in the skip. But I thought I'll take a punt on it, as it's only cheap. I'll just spin the box around. It doesn't look like the polystyrene comes out. So I'll just put these flaps down here. In fact, I think it'll be upside down if I do that. So I'm not going to be able to pull it out like this, so we'll go upside down. So let me just spin him around. like so. You watch it all fall out now. Here we go. Here's everything falling out. I knew that'd be the case. So there's the bed. Nothing major there. Probably got a load of plastic fittings, I'd imagine. Got some plastic bits there to put together. Another plastic bit there. There we go. Nothing else falling out. Just pop that over there, out the way. Chuck that aside. What we got? We got a push stick. With some sort of feet, I think, for there. Got my knife. What's that? That's the motor. Some other plastic bit, angle finder and whatnot. But I don't think I can be disappointed spending £120 or whatever it was. I can get it up later on. I'll just pull it up now, give me a sec. It actually looks alright. I quite like the look of this. Let's pop these by there. Pop them over there. Pop this by there. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Mine, I'm not going to lie. I've got some space for it. So, let's just grab this out now. These are pretty cool. I'm quite liking this now. Like a big kid, yeah. Not coming out, mine. There we go. That's not bad, is it? There's another piece. Just pop that over there. Let's have a look who's been chucking some comments on ya. Hi everyone. Denny. Hey Mark, good to hear you chat. Thank you, Denny. I'm back. New Big Boys toys. Yes, only a cheap one, this Denny. We can have a look. There we go, look. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So there she is, the Screwfix special. It's only a little bandsaw. We'll get him knocked up now. I think this will be alright for me. Let's have a look. What size timber do I normally cut? It says it goes up to about 80 mil. There we go. See, we can chuck some oak through there and whatnot. That'll be nice. So all I got to do is set it up and have a look at the instructions. But yeah, not bad, is it? I haven't used it yet. Looks alright, nice and solid. 120 quid, you can't fault it. Right, so those of you who was watching from America and whatnot, alright? Here in the UK we have Screwfix, alright? They're an awesome company. And like this machine by here now, it's got a 2-year warranty, alright? So if I got a problem with this now, your receipt is also saved within the Screwfix app. So say you lose your paper receipt, you just take this straight back to store. This ain't working, and because you trade, they'll just give you a brand new one straight away. They'll chuck you on the app, have a look at the app. Yeah, you bought that so-and-so date, and you'll have a brand new one. They're absolutely brilliant. So, they're not built to last. This will only be a 2-year machine, I would imagine, if I'm using it regular. I know it's not going to last me 10 years or nothing, but for £120, obviously you might have about 4 quid's worth of scrap metal left in it when I go and chuck it in the bin. So happy days. Who's been saying on there, new Big Boys toys? Yes, thank you, Danny. So just undone the plug. I will say, cable doesn't feel top quality or nothing. It's quite a stiff cable. As long as I be careful of it, it's not going to snap or nothing. So I will be careful with that. Obviously, I need to have a quick look at the instructions. Obviously, we put it together, but who's one for reading instructions? I like to have a quick look if I'm building something really complicated, but I'm sure I'll figure this out just by looking at it. It looks like we've got a set of legs to put on there, so there's that piece. Here's a parallel guide. Some people, that's just a plastic piece on there. So that's obviously going to break at some point. But you can just get a nice straight piece of timber, bit of alley bar, clamp it both sides, so I'm not too bothered if that breaks. All right, there's always ways of getting around these things. Look at pick on the box. Correct, Danny? Well, I don't want to be standing here reading, Danny, do I, while you're on live? So we will go with a picture, everyone. There's the picture of it. All right? That's what we're going to build. Something plain and simple. So, what have we got here? We've only got a couple of screws by the looks of it. Here is the little tiny base plate. I will put the rubbish over there. There we are. Only simple. Little plastic insert in there. Full of oil. Just to stop it rusting, I'd imagine. So have a look at that. I probably should read the instructions, mind. So I think we'll have a little peek of them while we're on here. Let's have a look. Right. So we're going to have a look at these now. That's technical information. I probably would imagine I'm going to have to take that out first. Oh, hang on. It looks like if I just unscrew this lock by here, I should be able to slide that in there. I've never used a bandsaw before. I've gone and dropped something now, so I'll just pick that up. This looks like it just goes into there. This looks very flimsy, mind, I'm not going to lie. So I'll be careful with that piece. We don't want to lose that. But obviously, once I put it together, I will sit down and check that I've done everything correct. So let's just put that there, and I will be jumping off live later. I'm not going to fire this thing up on a live without checking it's done right. So, I do respect all my digits. I've never cut any of them off. So, safety first. This looks like this is just going to slide in there. So obviously when I'm using this, it looks like I'm going to be using it in this direction. Let's just make sure we don't lose any bits. This. So have a look how that fits to that. Doesn't really show, does it? That goes in here, does it? Let's have a look at this. Looks like I am going to be reading the instructions now. So let's have a look at that. That's there. That is not in line. I see a problem already with it. But since I've taken this little, see this? It's already out of line. Don't know if you can see that. So this tiny little piece by here I've taken out is a really important piece. Because I don't know if you can see, once you take that piece out, these are not in line. So take the yellow knob off, Danny's saying. This one, Danny, or this one up here? This is the tensioner, I'd imagine. Like I said, I haven't used a bandsaw before. So I'd imagine that is to tighten this, I think, if I remember right. So this yellow knob comes off here. Is that what he's saying? There's a couple of them on here, mind. Look at this at the back. There we go. I maybe shouldn't have been building this on a live. So let's have a look what it says. Blade tension adjustment by here. So I'm certainly going to read the instructions and have a good look at this. Because I don't want to do any damage to myself. So, let's have a look. What's he saying on there? Take the yellow knob off on bottom side. This one, Danny, by here. Is you on about this one? No, that does. That's like a spring load on there. Let's have a look here. What's he saying? Yes. On the bottom side. See this one down here? That's a spring load, look. That one's a spring load. I'm going to have to really look at the instructions to see what does what. I should have a good look at this, shouldn't I? Right, so what we got? Bandsaw assembly, working table, mitre gauge, support extension. We got some feet to put on there. We got a push stick. We got some flat washers and everything to deal with, and a couple of X screws. It doesn't look like it'll be a complicated thing to put together, to be honest about. But I think you've got to read the instructions if you not know what you're doing. Mount saw to board using Well, there we are. That's nice. You can fit it to a board. I think that's what I will be doing in there, to be honest with you. So that's something to make. Slide them into there. Slide that into there. Slide that into there. There we go. Let's have a look at that piece. And that's what it's saying do first. So we will do what it says to do first. So pop that there. It's saying put this in there. Probably got to turn it on its side now, have I? Pop that there. Suppose that then, that's just got a couple of screws, a bit of screws in there, I'd imagine. Let's have a look what screws and that we got. Probably a few of them, is that? See what it says. Right, so slide that in there. There's a couple of screws and bolts that go through the top there. There they are, I can see them. So it's for the angle on the bottom of your table. Thank you, Denny. I will get there, I imagine. A little bit more awkward on a live when you're trying to build something. I'm trying to read instructions and you're standing there watching me doing it. But this piece looks a bit flimsy. Look at that one. There's a lot of movement in there. Obviously, that's a bit of metal on plastic, which we don't like. But I will take my time using this. Try and get my money's worth out of it. So let's have a look what we got in here. The only problem you have, right, when you're building on a Festool MFT table, you have a tiny bag of screws, right? And what's going to happen is they're going to all start dropping down my dog holes. I can see it coming now. And because everything is black, I'm not going to see it on this dark carpet that's in this room, so I've got to be careful. So I'm just going to get everything out. I'm going to line it up. We've got 2 Allen keys. There's a little bolt for there. We have a washer. We've got another couple of screws by Adam bolts, so it looks like these are just for my legs. So all I've got to do then is figure out, obviously taking the front off, I'd imagine I might have to take the blade out to obviously put the base plate in. We'll have a look now. I don't think it's going to be a big job. We should be able to do it pretty quick. I've just gone and dropped something now. There we go. Let's pick them up and pick that up. So, I've got everything out of the bag. I'm just going to line it up by here. Obviously, they go with that. That goes with that. That's everything out of there, so we will put that aside. What I'm trying to do is not hit my lead. I've got a lead coming from the phone bar. It goes down here. And what we've done on previous lives, I've caught my arm on it and not pulled the bloody cameras down. Right, so pop a washer on there, I'd imagine. Line this up in here. That goes like so. And then I think I'll just pop a little bolt on there. Tell you one thing they don't give you is a spanner, mind. Have they got a spanner in here? What's that for? That's my feet. That's my feet for there. So obviously where do they go then? One there or something. Get the other one in here now. Pop a washer on there. Pop that in there. I have to get something to grab these. I've got a set of red grips over here. I would like to use a spanner. Just hold that like so. Tighten him off. That's tight enough for now. Trust this one. This one is right under the bloody motor, right? So I'm trying to get the Allen key in there now. Bit of a pain. And we'll just tighten him off. I'm not going to go loony tight on these. I'm just going to tighten up for starters. Because I think I'm going to make a little base for this. And this can sit somewhere in the workshop then, out of the way. Maybe put some wheels on it or something. There we go, that's that. So we got that on. Nice, simple job. Now we've popped them on. There's two little plastic things to go on here. So we'll just chuck them on the end of the feet now. Like it says, we'll do it in order. Where are they? By here. I'm a backseat builder. Thank you, Denny. You don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but we're going to build this up today. And then we're going to do a bit of planing. I got some nice timber to send through the planes today. I'm trying to prep our head ready and we can start making stuff then. So these pieces are very rubbery. As you can see, they are pieces of rubber, obviously for vibration of this machine. So I'd imagine I need to drill my eardrums out to use it because I think it's going to be loud. Thank you, Denny. That's absolutely brilliant of you. So I don't know. I haven't checked what decibel this machine is, but I would imagine it is very loud. I don't think a lot of money would have been invested in this machine for it to be very quiet. So I'm going to apply these rubber feet to the base, but there. This is what it says to go on here. I don't really like the look of them, I'm not going to lie. That doesn't look great. That's a lot of movement in there. So it looks like they just push on there. They don't seem that good. Look at that. That is awful. Let's have a look. That's as far as it goes in. It can only go in as far as there. So look at that. So if I push that in, yeah, that's as far as it's going to go. So I'll just do it in a circle to push him on nice and tight. Well, that's one of the feet, look. Not 100% happy with that, but that's what they say to do. So we will put them on. So it looks like I'm 100% building a base for this. We want to make sure it's nice and solid when it's being used. Because obviously I want to push some big pieces of timber through here. So it's obviously going to tip over, isn't it, if I haven't got it on a nice solid base. It'll help for scratches, 100%, Danny. Because I'd imagine when I start this up, it's going to start bouncing around on me. Right, let's have a look where these to go then. We got some rubber feet to put on, yeah? I don't really see where they go. We got some holes, but there's no... right, I can see. There's a little hole for a bolt to go in there. But this is rubber, so a little bit odd. Let's get them on then. So obviously these go on here. Can't see this being complicated, mind. What else have we got? We got some washers in there. So let's have a look. I'm assuming that goes like so. So let's pop our bolt in there. That's going to go straight into there like so. Then I'm going to pop a washer on there. I'm going to put that in there. In fact, I think it goes the other way around. I've done it wrong, everyone. Why did I just do that? So, pop that through there. We're not looking at no instructions. We like to figure things out. That goes into there. Like so. Alright. So it looks like that. And then we pop that in there. Pop our washer on top. And then we'll just tighten these off. I know you probably can't see a lot of what's going on by here, can you? I'll get that a bit tighter in a minute. Oh, I don't know, she's tightening, just holding that. You're not going to be able to get these really tight because you've got nothing to stop that from moving. I'm just going to use the red grips for now. Pointless me getting my spanners out. It's probably going to vibrate itself to death anyway. Now, what's happening is, alright, you can't make it up. This is a piece of rubber, alright? The bolt goes straight through there, and when I'm tightening off from the other end of this, what's happening? The rubber's jumping over the top of the nut. Watch it now. So that's not very strong. So we got the nut here, alright? And on this piece of rubber, other side, let me get it right for you. On this piece of rubber, you can see, right? This drops into there, right? And when I turn this, because it's rubber, it's just jumping over the top. Yeah, I think I'm gonna admit I'm definitely gonna make a small stand for it, Denny. 1,000,000%. Yeah, Danny, this only 120 quid I paid for this, that's all. It's only a cheapie. I can't expect it to last long. Obviously, just by seeing what parts are coming with it already, it's not going to last that long. But we can always buy extra bolts, make a nice base for it, drill these through, put some nice chunky bolts on it. It'll be great then. But there's something I've got to do in the future. We're just setting up for now. But I don't think I'm going to be cutting some big pieces of timber through this. Because obviously with the weight of the timber, it's going to want to tip and rock. But I think it'll do for me. I think it'll be alright. It's only for making small items anyway. So we're just going to screw this one on there. That washer's not a part of this, so I'll just pop that up there. Let's get one of these and one of them. And we'll get these legs on here then. So it looks like I've got to put 4 of these on. Let's do them the right way round. Pop that around there. That one just screws on there. Like so. I don't think these are going to do a lot. You might be surprised. I think the reason why they've put these really rubbery feet on here, right? Thinking about it, when the machine's vibrating, yeah, I don't think it's going to do much loosening of these bolts. You can't really tighten them because it is going to take a lot of the vibration out of there. They're very rubbery, so they might be good dampeners. So we'll see how they work. I think it'll actually be all right, but only time will tell. Right, so we'll just pop these 2 on now. Pop our bolt in there. All right, pop that in here. Let's get these around here. I'll jump around this side now. Move that. Probably got a big scratch on the front now. Doesn't matter, does it? Pop that on here. And then we chuck that on here. I'm not even tightening now with the grips because it's a waste of time, because what's happening is that just jumps straight out of the bolt. Once you go so far, pop that there. We'll do the same for the other one now. Get these last pieces out of here. So all I've got to do then is have a look at it, and I've got to see how, what's that say, Danny? I think you'll be surprised how balanced it will be. That's what I was thinking, to be honest with you. These rubbery feet are pretty good. It's going to keep it in place while I'm using it. I certainly know that. I'm trying to find what I've done with the other leg now. There it is. But yeah, these are very rubbery, alright? They're very rubbery. They got the hex on there, like I've showed you. The bolt goes in there, but they do start spinning when you tighten up because they're jumping because it's very rubbery. But we'll see how it goes now. I think if we build this now on this live, I think I will start it up. I'll stand out of the way. I won't push nothing through it. I'll just start it up, and then I'll have 10 minutes for it with it then, just to see what it's like. And then we'll jump back on then live later. We will, because we do some other stuff. But we're going to carry on building this now. Like I said, I'm not familiar with bandsaws. I've never used one before. I just thought this will be my first. Let's have a go in it. So I think we've got to stand it up now. So we'll just stand the machine up. And be careful of it. Got a bit of a dodgy shoulder today, so I've got to be careful. She looks like she's a bit of an angle, but that's my table, I'd imagine. But you know what? She doesn't seem too bad. We're going to build a nice stand for this anyway when we come around to doing it. These ain't sitting very flat on there, I'm not going to lie. Maybe tap this around there. They're not sitting well, them. That one's better, so look at this one now. Just pull him out a bit. Maybe he'll be better. Is it twisted to the side? Let's have a look. There we go. Let's try that. That sits a lot better now. I'm happy with that. It's not on the lead or nothing. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll work. Right. So, all I've got to do now, I've obviously got to get this plate on, haven't I? The actual bed. It's not a plate, is it? It's a bed. We're going to have a little look at that. We've got to get that on. And then we're pretty much built. So, Let's have a look, see what it says about this bed. It's actually saying to do the bed now. Alright, so I won't do the reading. I'll look at the pictures quick because obviously we're on a live. So it is saying take that piece out, which we already did. We took this bit out by here. Alright, so we're saying take that out. We've done that bit. Where are we? We're by here. Right, so we're saying take that piece out, which we did. Slide it in sideways. Right, from there. We got it. From that side, yes, we're on the right side. So it's just saying, say, slide it in and then attach the locking mechanism. So, it looks straightforward enough. I was going in the wrong way last time. It's saying go in this side. Alright, maybe that falls and sits on there, does it? So we'll have a look. Denny is right. Pull the yellow thing back then, Denny. And then that drops into there, does it? Have I got it? You was correct, Denny. Let me just move it aside so you can see. Pop them over there. I've got that washer to put on, so I don't want to lose anything now. I think what I'll do, take that out of there. Alright, let's not break it. I'm going to put all my bits on my buck a sec so we don't lose nothing. So they don't fall down the holes. We will slightly turn the machine aside. I think we'll go that way. Just set him back there. So, you were right, Denny. This little lever pulls out to here. And then what it does, it locks into this then. Alright, so we can change it to all the angles we wish. Doesn't look too bad to put together. So that just slides in there, it's saying. Alright, I just need to get this in the right place. That locks into there. But we haven't dropped in yet. Where does that go? I'm trying to see what's happening under there. We've got to come a little bit more forward. That is him. Now she is in. So that is that. Don't know if we're perfect yet. Let's have a look. That changes my angle. I'll have to check I have a square when I... Right, so same fit this piece in here. This has just got a thread on him. Alright, simple thread. Bit of plastic. It's obviously going to snap at some point, I'd imagine. Should bring you in a little bit, shouldn't I? Obviously, you're watching from all the way over there. You can't see nothing. Yeah, you was right then. You don't come off. It's just a spring-loaded knob. If I just take my time with it, I don't think it's going to break. But it does seem alright. You're just going to take your time with it. That's saying note, but that is certainly not on note. So I think I'm going to have a load of angle cuts to start with. Right, let's have a look. So this just comes onto here. No, what is it saying then? It said screw that piece on there, didn't it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the book. Where are we? Let's have a look. Looks alright, there's nothing fancy, mind. Where was I? Right, so we're saying slide that in there. And then it is looking like that piece. Alright, that goes off to the side but there, that's saying. And I use that washer that comes with it then. So we know what we're doing with our washer now. That comes into play by here. And it looks like this goes in up here. But the odd thing about it is, alright, the thread on this, alright, looks massive compared to that. That is insane. It doesn't fit. Have I got the right one? Let's have a look. There's nothing in the bags. Oh, I can see. Right. These two under here, you might be able to see it in the video. When I'm standing up here looking down, alright, there's a third one in the middle there, so it screws into there. These are just stops for the bed. There's a little stop here, and there's another stop there. So when obviously you move the bed, that stops dead there. And moving the bed over here, that stops dead there. So, I just screw this into the middle to lock it off. Just put my washer on, I can see what it is now. That goes into there, now I'm bending down there. So now I can see where to screw this into. Why is that touching the bed there then? That's bloody stupid. Suppose when it tightens off, maybe it won't hit it. Alright, I got it. You go like that and go back. Alright, you pull it out, turn it, go back and then tighten off. Oh, I like that, that's alright. Now you can move that whatever position you want, so that goes like there. Oh, that's not too bad. I don't know how square this is sitting on here, so obviously I need to check that. I was having a good old chat to myself then as you was watching, but it looks like we figured that bit out. So I'll just pop this little piece on the end here, because when you take this off, this bed twists up, so maybe this will square everything up for me now. So I'll just pop this in here. Like I said, it's just a tabletop saw, little bandsaw, nothing fancy. The oil is obviously burning my hands right now. My hands do not like oil. So I'll just screw this into here now. And then we can just square this up a bit then. There we go. Let's check that with a straight edge. Well, that bed is not flat. I will say that bed is miles out. It's not looking too bad that side. It have got light under it. It's got a bit of a bow, this bed. Alright. It looks like these two sides are higher and it's got a bit of a bow. So I'll keep tightening this nut now, see if it gets rid of that. Oh, there's something to adjust by ear as well, by the looks of it. So I think I'll adjust that and have a look. But that bed is certainly not flat, but there. Unless these sides are higher. But there we go, it is what it is. What do I expect for 120 quid? Yes, I thought the knob would come off. No, but that's fine, Denny. This it's a spring-loaded knob by her, which is great. This is spring-loaded as well. Obviously, I'm not going to try and force things on you. Everything's quite wobbly and it's not great. I know that. I can see that. But I can't expect miracles of something as cheap as 120 quid. I will say, mind, you got an half-decent push stick with it as well. That's not too bad, look. That's all right. Obviously, we make our own as well, but I quite like our one. That's not a bad one. I think that'll be all right. Seems pretty solid. Bit of ABS plastic. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to adjust this down there a bit. It's never going to be level, is it? I don't know if it's 100% as well. Let's have a look at this. Let's loosen this off. Let's just change that. Look, if I'm pushing all the way to naught, it's twisting up a bit there. That's looking better, mine to the eye. Let's tighten off there. Have a look at that. Let's see if we got him now. Maybe that might have got it out. No, see, I've got a twist in her. Let's see if this tightens off and gets rid of that. No. Got a hell of a bend in. Is my ruler straight? I'm starting to think. No, that's bang on straight. That bed has got one hell of a bow in it. So I'm not going to be doing much precision work with this, I wouldn't imagine. But I think it'll do for what I need. Well, I think it's going to do everything I need it to do. It looks alright. Not happy with the bed, mind. The actual bed is bowed, which is a bit sad, really. You know what I mean? You're still investing in a bit of equipment to use for work and whatnot, so the bed isn't all that great. I've gone through everything on here, I think. I've just got the parallel thing to fit on there, the guide. A couple of knobs to adjust and that. So, right. I'll jump off this live now. We'll have a little look at this. We will get back on live in about 10 minutes. Or I might just put this aside anyway. I'll have a look at that a bit later. And we'll jump on this. We'll get the planer. We've got some lovely wood to plane today. I got something you might have not seen before. Some of you might have seen it before. But I come across a lovely piece of timber. So I picked that up. I've got some ideas what I want to make with that. So give me half hour. I'll be back on there. I'm going to get myself a cup of tea. And I'll see you lot in half hour.